Hi guys, Kashi HD here with another video on Oceans and Empires. Now, quick follow up from the last video, I managed to find some Medals of Honor a bit cheaper, 754,000 iron. Now, as you can see from the resources above, this is just a screenshot. I was a bit short, so I hit the resource symbol for the iron, which took me to this menu, and then bought 200,000 iron for 15,000 gold. Now it sounds a lot, but remember 50 Medals of Honor was going to cost us like 150,000 gold, so to spend 15,000 to give me enough iron to buy these, it's not really a great deal. So I went ahead and did that, and since then I've actually managed to find another way to get them. So I want to give a shout out to the Gaming Cake, who asked me to do a video basically on leveling up quicker. This made me remember that I haven't actually done all of my first kills, so I went back through and killed my level 29 and level 30, which you can see the rewards there for. Killing the level 30 actually gave me a surprise gift of 900 gold. And then I moved on to the Fire Drakes. Now, it turns out you can actually get Medals of Honor as a reward for your first kill for the Fire Drakes. So you can see I've got 50 Medals of Honor there for killing a level 31. I've got 2 lots of 50 medals for killing a 32. And then 3 lots of 50 medals for killing a 34. Now the greatest thing about this is you go through and you get so much experience off your first kills. So I ended up leveling up to 34, which gave me a heck load of points to then distribute on my resources and my combat stats. Okay, so back in game now. If we go into my inventory, you can see I've actually got 400 Medals of Honor there, and a heck load of first class conquest orders from my first kill rewards. So anyway, the main point of this video is we want to know how to gather resources and level up quicker. Now, the quickest way is always going to be to stockpile a load of conquest orders and then go out and attack the Empire. I'm gonna stick my buffs on the sea map. We can also do our buffs from there as well. I tend to try and do this about once a week just to save on buffs. The rest of the week I'll just use my treasure skills to buff me up. No, we don't need a scout disruption. So I've recently discovered that I can actually now solo a level 23 Empire. I wouldn't advise doing this without scouting, of course. One, because we don't want to waste those conquest orders, and two, there's a lot to take in for planning your attacks now. My tactic up until recently has always been just send 5 artillery ships, which isn't necessarily a bad tactic in most scenarios. But where that falls down is if you can actually sink all the enemy ships in the first phase of battle, and they happen to have a frigate or 2, you're then completely outnumbered and you end up losing a couple of ships, so not great. So let's take a little look. So we've got the scout report. Let's take a quick look at the details. 3 frigates, so obviously if we didn't sink those we'd be in big trouble. 2 bomb vessels, 2 galleons. Now I'm pretty confident that I can sink 2 galleons and 2 bomb vessels fairly quickly. Once we get those through, it'll probably take about 2 phases of fire to sink the 3 frigates. So I'm just going to go all out artillery on this attack. So we'll send those in and see how we do. Now as I was saying, attacking the Empire is always going to be the quickest way to grow. So you want to stockpile as many conquest orders as you can. And what I tend to do is just do the first attack on the Empires. I used to try and empty the resources from them, but you use so many conquest orders doing it that it's not actually worth doing. Or at least I don't think so. I like to do the first attack, get as many prisoners as I can, and then trade those in for silver and other resources. So we'll go into reports now, see how we did. We took 50 casualties and captured 369 troops, which in this scenario will be champions. The troops you capture are all down to the level of empire that you're attacking. And if we go into the details, we can see what we've lost. So a couple of heavy spearmen, a couple of musketeers, nothing too drastic. And just for giggles, we'll take a look at the replay and make sure I was right. So here we go, taking out those galleons. So on the other side of the coin then, if this had been a higher level empire and those had been heavy galleons, I wouldn't have been as confident on sinking them, and I would have sent a heavy galleon and a frigate of my own just to sort of make those troop numbers up for the second phase. Okay, so we've got 4 phases left. You see that's 1 round. That's 2. It wasn't quite the 2 phases that I thought, but still. We've got 1 more round. There we go. So we just about did it in time. The bad scenario would have been if that frigate had had a tiny bit of health left and ended up coming over and taking out a couple of 100 troops. So here we go. As I said, champions, and I can trade those then for resources, which I'll do at the end. No point trading them now, then getting attacked and losing the resources that we gained. Alright, so I'm just going to assault over here now. Like so. We've got a level 21 here. Basically at my level I try and focus on attacking empires over level 20, and I will, in this scenario where there's 2 level 20s, scout and attack them for some heavy spearmen just to replace my losses. And just for fun, I want to scout this level 23. I've recently upgraded my lighthouse to level 24, and I tend to find that you can scout 2 levels above yourself, as a general rule anyway. That was at the other empire, so no point with that. So the level 21 has nothing, 20s have nothing, and level 26 has nothing. Oh, there's a lot of silver there. Got 305k silver. Should we see how much we can carry? Let's just send 1 hit over. As we know, you can never have enough silver. And I think what we'll do is just take down this fire drake and head over to another empire. I always try and have like 2 or 3 decent sized empires bookmarked, just so that when I do this I can actually float around and hit a couple. Only 6,000 silver. Do you see what I mean, guys? It's a lot more effective just to take prisoners and then trade those off. That's 6,300 silver and nothing else from an attack, whereas the first attack we did, we got 25,000 food and wood, a load of iron and silver, and these champions are worth 11,800 silver plus other resources, so it's a lot more beneficial. Yeah, that's just proved exactly why I just go around and hit them once and then move on. So, oh, come on, I just need a blank. Of course we're in assault, so if we retreat. Some changes to note as well since the update. There's something called the chaotic system, which I've not played around with yet. What that basically means is that if you attack somebody 6 levels lower than you, you're unable to use a shield for a period of time, so it'll leave you quite vulnerable to counter-attacks and just basically high levels looking in, which they like to do. People that are like level 27, 28, they like to just watch combat and float in and just strike whoever wins. And the other change is you can't retreat from an assault or teleport while your ships are out. So 2 very important things just to bear in mind there when you're doing this for yourselves. We've got somebody attacking this one. Take an ROA. There we go, see a level 26. So if I was to port into this empire here for a couple of attacks, he'd see me and basically just attack me while my ships are out. They like to speed their ships up and hit you up before yours get back, because obviously then you can't retreat. So bit anticlimactic there, guys, but I'm just going to pop a shield for now. So yeah, kind of a little mini progress report and just general tips for farming the Empire, I suppose. And then of course, as I always say, don't forget to go into your market. Make sure you buy everything that's worth buying. And then general sort of setup. What I tend to try and do is keep my frigate trading. I don't do it while I'm attacking in case I need it for an attack, because waiting for it to get back is just going to slow you down. But I try to keep my frigate trading the whole time just to keep my silver reserves up. And then that leaves me 7 ships, so I sort of leave 2 farming and the other 5 attacking high level monsters. That's just what I do. If you guys want to let me know if you do anything different in the comments down below, that'd be great. I'm going to cut it short there this week. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let's start up a couple of conversations. And I will see you guys next week. Happy hunting.